you want to take your Madden or your CFB skills to the next level, then you need to try out the sponsor of today's video, Ace Madden. Ace Madden is the best place to get the best ebooks and schemes in the entire game. And if you guys go to the link in my description right now and use code Moshi, you will get 25% off your order. And once again, shout out Ace Madden. What is good, fellas, and hope you boys are all having a fantastic day. Let's talk about the best ways to win in the brand new Gridiron Showdown Week 2 event tied into the Theme Team Surge promo. Before we take a look at anything brand new, we do have a few quick small things we do have to go over. First things first, you guys are watching this video on the first day of my vacation. I left super late last night. We'll be gone until the 31st of May. Do not worry, you guys will still see me every single day, multiple times a day. I have pre-recorded videos just like this one scheduled to go live each and every single day that I am away on vacation. With that said, I am assuming we are still on the road to 10,000 subscribers, so if you are new to the channel and you enjoy Ultimate Team content, I feel like you already know what to do. Go down there and drop a like on today's afternoon video, and let's talk about the brand new house rules. Just as a quick refresher, the main goal of the house rules is to go 6-0. When you go 6-0, you are going to get a ton of reward. The main reward for going 6-0 the first time will be a flawless run token. Take this token over into sets and exchange it for one of 3 weekly players. There is going to be a weekly player every single week tied into this promo. Last week we had Pat Tillman. This week we have a Steve Smith, and then next week we should have a Night Train Lane. You can save the tokens and use them on whatever weeks you could possibly want. Let's say last week you forgot to spend your token on Pat Tillman, you don't want Steve Smith, he isn't selling for anything too crazy. You can spend all 3 of your tokens on Night Train Lane. I'm not going to be here this week, but I do recommend you guys, if you manage to go 6-0 this week and, you know, Steve Smith isn't selling for, if he's selling for under like 500k by the time you finally go 6-0, I would just hold on to my token for Night Train Lane. That card is going to be so much better. I am recording this video about 3 to 4 hours after the mode did go live. I've been playing it all afternoon. Right now, Steve Smith, he is selling for right around, he's going for 562,000 coins already. Now, people did save their tokens, like I mentioned earlier. You can do that. But Pat Tillman for the first few days was selling for over 800,000 coins. Of all 3 of the reward players, like I said, Steve Smith is probably going to be the worst, but I do think they are saving the best for last with Night Train Lane. Well, I would recommend if you do go 6-0 this week, I would just save your token and hold on to it for next week. Here is the Steve Smith set. This is repeatable, so you can complete this as many times as you want, but you are only able to get 1 flawless run token per week. After you do go flawless, you can still play the mode and still make a ton of coins. You are going to get Theme Team Surge Eccentric Pack. Once you go 6-0 the first time, you were going to get that flawless run token we just talked about. And then after that, you were going to get 2 times, 10 times, 92 overall Theme Team Surge Fantasy Pack, or 197 plus overall Theme Team Surge Quicksell Pack. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but most likely the 97 overall plus will probably be the play. That might switch up this week, and if it does, I'll make sure to let you guys know over on Twitter and in my Discord. As for the rest of the rewards, though, it is the exact same as last week, so you get some Surge, some 92 pluses, and honestly just a bunch of free Surge. Even if you manage to go like 3-0, you're still walking away with 755 Surge. Now, like, yes, it costs 13,000 Surge to fully max out a player, but just by grinding through this mode throughout the week, you should be able to at least max out 1 free player. That's even if you don't want to go full sweat. If you want to spend like just hours in here, I mean, fellas, you can unlock as many free players as you possibly want. Last thing before we actually talk about the gameplay, right here is the only way to convert Surge into coins. 1,700 Surge will give you a 92 plus overall Theme Team Surge player. As of last week, this wasn't in the game, so there wasn't a realistic option to actually convert Surge into coins. Now have this. I don't think it's going to be worth the time, but just in case you guys want to convert all of your Surge you unlock from playing through that mode into guaranteed coins, we now have this pack. That said, let's talk about house rules. Gameplay wise, it's going to be very similar to last week. 15-yard first downs, except you aren't going to get points for getting first down. Quarters are going to be 4 minutes. You start in the 3rd quarter. Interceptions will be 3 points, but you get 8 points for passing and rushing touchdowns. There is no bonus for scoring long touchdowns. So keep that in the back of your mind when I tell you guys to chew clock as much as you can. You can kick field goals in this mode. You can also kick extra points. And the winner is the first player to 19 points or whenever the quarters do end. And you start in the 3rd quarter, and it is going to be 4-minute quarter. When it comes to gameplay, very similar to last week with the 15-yard first downs, except this week, you are going to want to have clock control more than ever. If you get the ball, you are going to want to have the ball. Honestly, for as long as you can. When it comes to playing defense, I mean, cover 4 is going to be your best friend. Make sure you have as many avalanches, enforcer supremes, and universal coverages as you can possibly have out there. This mode is sweaty. Most of the best players in the game will be playing this mode right now because, again, this is the best way to make coins. Everyone is trying to build their coin count up for rookie premier, so this is going to be sweaty. Be prepared. Make sure you have the proper ability stacks on all of your players. That goes for offense as well as defense. I am dropping a video later in the week talking about the best abilities to use in Madden 25. At this point, though, avalanches, universal coverages, enforcer supremes, honestly, some bottlenecks out there. I was running a bunch of mid blitz today. I don't know if that was just due to competition or what, but it was working really well for me. I have begun to build out my team to be more of a man press team. For the majority of people going out there in cover 4, it should work. When it comes to offense, fellas, we are at the end game. I've said that 17 times in this video, but that is the case. Things are going to get sweaty. I would recommend having as big of an offense as you possibly can. All of the offensive linemen that are playing wide receivers, running backs, tight ends, you want to have all of them. If you can't have all of them, it's not the end of the world. Ideally, right now, the meta is Team Tubby, Vanguards, Tanks, Freight Train, Angry Runs. On those 300+ pound offensive linemen as your running back, wide receivers, or tight ends, they all get the juiced up speed. It is a little bit broken, but again, that is the current offensive meta. I would recommend clock control as much as you possibly can. Again, 19 points might win the game, and that might stop the game right away, but it's like a normal football game. If you can consistently pick up 15 yards in 4 plays, then you are going to walk away winning the game. You can kick field goals, so chew the clock all the way down. Trust me, I get it. This is not the most fun way to play mud. Chew the clock all the way down and kick a game-winning field goal. I don't see any harm in that. Being able to have the ball for that final possession of the game will separate you from winning and losing the game, trust me. Same thing went for last week, except this week you could actually chew the clock and kick a field goal for the win. Last week you really had to pick up the 15-yard first down. This week you do, but you don't get any extra points for doing it. I want to remind you guys one more time, there is no bonus points for scoring long touchdowns. Ideally, you're not scoring super long touchdowns because you want to chew the clock as much as you can. When it comes to going for 2 or kicking the extra point, if you throw an interception on the extra point, that is 3 points for your opponent. Just know that so you guys aren't throwing any brain dead reads. If you have a 2-point play that you're very confident in, I would run that. If you don't, then I mean, at this point, just take your extra point, get your guaranteed points. One thing I always recommend when it comes to the limited time mode, make sure you come over here into your settings and have it so that your preferences is to get the ball first. It's over here in coin tosses. I didn't actually have it set for this week, so make sure you have it set to receive. There is no halftime flipping of the ball. You want the ball to start because, again, clock control is what you want to do. And the last piece of advice I have for you guys, if you're playing somebody who is just objectively better than you and you're in game 1 or game 2, I would just leave. At the end of the day, going 6-0, like, it's gonna be sweaty. Best times to go 6-0 are after 4 p.m. to like 8 p.m. and then during the weekend. You gotta think about peak times when the most people are playing. You are going to want to get in and out of these games as fast as you can. Good luck, everyone. I won't be here this week, so I'm not gonna have to go flawless. Go flawless. Let me know down below how many flawless runs do you have. Have a great rest of your Friday afternoon. Peace, gents. I'll catch you boys back here later.